How about Peter, Fremont, California, the great KSFO? How are you?
Hello, Mark. It's an honor and a privilege to speak with you, and
well, thank
I have to tell you that you're a hero of mine.
Really?
I do listen
appreciate
to you
that.
as often as I possibly can. But to get to the point, I'm from the UK. I've been here in the U.S. as a citizen for 10 years. So I understand socialism. I come from a socialist country. And my brother passed away 2 years ago. And I flew to the UK for the funeral. The following day, I had an appendicitis. And I was staying with my niece at the time. And I asked her to phone for an ambulance. And she said, don't do that. You could be waiting all day. She said, I'll take you in the car. So she took me in the car. When I arrived at the hospital, it was 4 hours before anybody looked at me. It was 2 hours later, 6 hours later, when I was diagnosed finally with an appendicitis. And the surgeon, or the doctor, said, I'm not going to operate tonight. We'll operate tomorrow morning, but we'll keep you here overnight. You'll be fine. And I was in so much pain. I was in agony. I mean, I was literally crawling around on the floor on my hands and knees. And they gave me morphine, lots of morphine injections to kill the pain. But eventually the pain came through the morphine. Of course, I didn't sleep that night. The following morning, the surgeon came to visit me, and he said, we had some emergencies through the night, and we had to push you back. So we're not going to operate until later. We can't give you a time. To be honest, it was 48 hours later when they found me lying on the floor. I'd passed out. And my appendix had burst. I had peritonitis. And they took me into the operating theater and obviously had a lot of cleaning up to do. It took me a year to recover from this. It was an absolute disaster. The whole medical system in the UK is falling apart. This is where Barack Obama wants to take us. It's going to be a disaster. It's just an absolute disaster. And I just want American citizens to wake up and realize what's going on, because, you know, if they get the chance to visit the UK and check out hospitals for themselves, you know.
They're filthy. I walked through one almost by accident. It was absolutely filthy.
Right. Absolutely.
Well, Peter, you know, I use this program to try and communicate this to folks, and also you can see even the newspapers and the tabloids in Britain are all over this about what's going on in the healthcare system. It's one tragedy after another. It's so thick with bureaucracy and disincentives and all the rest of it. And when you I just read just a small part of Obama's law at the beginning of the show. It's so complex and convoluted. I mean, if we don't kill this thing, it's definitely going to kill us.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But I'm glad. Yes, sir.
There's just one thing I'd like to add, because I know you're short on time here, so I just want to add one thing. I heard that NASA is going to put a man on Mars. I only hope that man is Barack Obama.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a long time before we do that. But, all right, thank you. I feel like we're on Mars right now. Peter, I'm glad you're doing better, buddy. God bless you, man.